You will envision, you will imagine, you will design, you will create, prototype, you will build. You will hack. You will find what is missing in this world. And you will look beyond what already is and bring the world a step closer to what it could be. You will be shaping the world. I'm Tomasz, and this is Timer and James. Hey. We are from the ranks of Oxford Entrepreneurs, and we are the organizers of this event. Welcome to OxHack.
Thank you for that inspiring speech. I feel inspired. I wish I could be hacking myself. So I'm James. I'm the president of Oxford Entrepreneurs. A bit about who we are. We're running the event. We're all about entrepreneurship, innovation, creating cool things. We're the biggest student-run entrepreneurship organisation in Europe. We have 10,000 members. If you haven't signed up to be a member of our society, then please do. If you just Google Oxford Entrepreneurs, you will find us as the first link. We do lots of awesome stuff. We do things like this, hackathons, business idea competitions, conferences, workshops, learning how to code, how to incorporate your company. We cover everything. But a big part of entrepreneurship is tech entrepreneurship. And so we wanted to put on an awesome hackathon. We didn't want to do a small one like 40 people. We wanted to do a big one. And it's great to see such a great turnout. We look forward to having you with us. We're now going to run through a bit about all the different bits and bobs you need to know. A lot of it's in the brochure, so don't worry if you miss anything, then you can always look in there. And also, anyone in one of these lovely t-shirts will be able to help you out throughout the weekend. So if you've ever got any questions, please ask us. Don't ask reception, they've got nothing to do with this event, so please just come to us. Perfect. Oh, let's do this slide too. Also, I want to say a big thank you to all our sponsors, Level 39 and Team Treehouse for supporting us significantly as our Terra sponsors, then Facebook as our Giga sponsor, and then also all our Mega and API sponsors, Esri, Jane Street, MyMuesli, Bloomberg, DataStax, Mendeley, Google, and SendGrid. And then also to welcome our startups who have sent a whole bunch of mentors to help you guys out. So we've got a whole bunch of mentors from OnFido, GoCardless, Code Academy, and some people from Yo too. So the schedule is all in your brochure, as you can see. Do a quick run through. So you've all arrived now. We're having the opening presentation as we speak. The hacking will begin at midday, as long as we're on time. You will have 24 hours to hack. Then we're going to have lunch at 1 p.m. At 2 p.m. we're going to have API workshops and talks. All the APIs are going to intro what they're doing just after we cover a few more things for 2 or 3 minutes. But they're going to have 20 to 30 minutes in one of the lecture theatres later, where we'll all come around and tell you when that's happening and get you all to come at 2 p.m. So if you decide that, oh yeah, I really want to use that Google API, then definitely make sure you go onto that Google API talk, so that you can learn about all the cool things which you can do with that. Then we have dinner at 7, the midnight snack. Then tomorrow morning we've got breakfast at 7. The hacking stops at 12. We have a science fair for 2 hours where you'll be able to show off what you're doing, and all the judges will be walking around. Then we'll pick the 10 best teams, and they will get to come onto this lovely stage and get to present to everybody for the chance to win prizes. Ending presentation at 2:30. So the end of the hackathon will be about 3:34, and then at that stage we can all pack up and we can all go. So it'll be very sad, but don't worry, we'll have some awesome stuff.
Cool. So thanks to the amazing business school, we have this sick venue for you guys. I'm sure you've already seen how great it is. We're currently here at number 1, the Nelson Mandela. We have some cool hacking rooms. So room 3 there is the Team Treehouse hacking room. Room 4 is the level 39 hacking room. And the cafeteria, number 9, is also pretty great for chilling and hacking. The API talks will be held in the lecture theatres, which are down the side here. Loads of bathrooms, showers on the map. There's also some small seminar rooms here where you can sleep if you want, but you can sleep anywhere, hack anywhere. But basically just be nice, don't break anything, be nice to each other, all that stuff. Cool. Fire safety. In case of a fire, you're going to gather here, outside the lobby. That's the lobby where you entered. So you just need to go outside and gather here. Again, be nice, be sensible, etc. Okay, Wi-Fi. So we have 3 different networks for you guys. If one of them's sort of really slow for you, or if it's not working, then try the others. These are the instructions. We also have Ethernet ports which are available in the Team Treehouse hacking room, which was number 4 on the map, I believe. If you have any problems after trying all this stuff, then come to us and we'll try and help you out. But this should hopefully be fine for everyone for the whole hackathon. Food. Yeah, we've already asked you about this. So if you have any allergies or any dietary requirements, do please let us know so we can try and accommodate for that. So just speak to us after this, or just come find us whenever really, and we'll try and help you out. Okay, so we're going to use a platform called Challenge Post for submitting your hacks. So you all need to go to this address and click the register for this hackathon button. And then one person from your team has to actually submit your hack and create your hack, and they have to add the other team members to your submission. We recommend you do this sort of now after this presentation, so that at the end of the hackathon when you're sort of doing last minute stuff, you're not really pressed for this kind of thing. Alright, judging criteria. I think the main criteria is just let it be cool. If you think it's cool, we'll probably think it's cool. But the things we value are of course the idea, so like it doesn't have to be like super creative, but obviously that really helps. We like useful ideas, we also like sort of crazy fun ideas. Essentially cool pretty much sums up what we're looking for in an idea. The execution is how it works, so whether it runs smoothly. This also includes your demo and your presentation. So yeah, if your hack works well, you'll get good points for the execution, and of course the design, which I think is one of the most important parts. That'll be 20% of the criteria, so make sure you have a sick front-end developer on your team. If not, you can ask me, because I'm a sick designer. So after the hackathon ends, we'll have science fair style judging. So groups of judges will come around to your teams and assess you, and you'll be able to sort of pitch to them essentially. And then based on the scores from the science fair, the top 10 teams will then present for 3 minutes in front of everyone in here tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Right, prizes. So our very generous API sponsors have given us some great prizes. We have Google. They're giving 4 Chromecast to the best team that uses the Google API. Google has a bunch of APIs, which we'll talk about later on. SendGrid, which is an email delivery platform. They're giving away 4 Spheros, which are these super cool, spherical robots that you can control with an app. So the best team that uses the SendGrid API gets 4 of these. Team Treehouse are giving us loads of subscriptions to their platform, which helps you learn how to code. So the best first-time coder team and the best first-time hackers team will get 4 Team Treehouse annual subscriptions where you can learn like PHP, HTML, JavaScript, you name it basically. So let us know if you're a first-time coder or a first-time hacker, and you'll be eligible for this. Right, second place. Here we are. Here's the big money. £500 for the second best team overall, judged by us and our panel of judges. Yeah, this is real hard cash money. We wanted to make it rain on you all, but we think that might be impractical, so we'll just give it to you in a check. Alright, first place, here it is. £1,000. Big up, £1,000, yeah. Thanks to Level 39, who've been very generous. We have such a great prize fund. So first place will get £1,000. More importantly, you'll get the recognition of your peers, and you'll know that you've done something worthwhile, I think. Right, so here are our various APIs. Bloomberg, if you'd like to pull that. So we have Esri, which is a mapping API. SendGrid does emails. Google does various things. Bloomberg is for financial data. Yo is this cool app that you've probably heard of, and Mendeley is to research papers and things. We're just going to let our API sponsors give you a little intro. And after this presentation and after lunch, at about 2 p.m, in the lecture theatres down the side of the building, there's going to be API talks. So the sponsors will let you know
So we brought an API, Open API, which gives you access to all our financial data that we collect at Bloomberg. Who had heard of Bloomberg before this? Okay, it goes further. That wasn't a big question. Who would use mostly for news, or our websites, or our TV channels and stuff like that? Okay, so you mostly know us as a financial data provider.
Yes.
That's so we kind of have a problem in that we're not really public facing. So we're not Google. You can't go and search on Bloomberg for all our stuff because you don't pay for it. Is basically the problem. So what kind of stuff do we have? You've probably never used a Bloomberg terminal. That's fine. So most of this presentation is what you can get out of us, what we're bringing for you to use in your hacks. So it's an API. What does that mean? So it's currently used by banks and hedge funds for when they want to get programmatic access to our data rather than through our programs. So high performance aggregation, prices, trades, and volumes. But all this is kind of a boring use of our data, if I can put it that way. I'm sure it's great for them. But we've got a lot more data than just prices and volumes, so that they're algorithmic trading and stuff. But there's correlations between all this data that you can make use of, like mapping data, putting it on core visualizations. That they don't particularly care about because they're not using it to make all apps. They're making it to trade, which is good for them. But we think there's some cool stuff you can do. So what kind of data do we have? Lots. Kind of normal Alibaba trading. You can always get the price of that. We track bitcoins now from a variety of marketplaces. You can buy gold. You can also buy 40,000 pounds of bacon in January if you'd like. If you want a job, we track job prospects down by skill, which I thought was quite interesting. We track train prices, because that's part of like UK inflation. We track UK tourism, because that's obviously part of GDP. And then there's stuff like indexes that various people give to us, like the Economist Big Mac Index, which gives you the equivalent of the Big Mac price in loads of different countries. Completely not financial data. We do sentiment tracking, because we track Twitter stuff, which is obviously part of news. So sentiment tracking is a big thing. So if you look at Facebook, you can see what the current sentiment is on Twitter when I made this, which is apparently exactly neutral. We also track, I'm not sure why, how many animals were injured on planes. In what I think is the best name ever is Dog Kill Index. We've got a bit of weather stuff, so there's presumably something very important in Dallas, probably something to do with oil that you want to know the weather for. We also track pirate attacks, because that's obviously relevant if you're a cruise liner or an ocean-going ship, 116 of them. And then other stuff that also isn't finance. You can look up Elon Musk, because he's a billionaire. We've got the top 100 billionaires and a bunch of data about them. So you can see what boards he's on, which is pretty cool. The network effects there is pretty interesting to look at. Publicly traded companies have to say how many people work for them. So we've got how many people work at Facebook. We've got even down to like percentage of female employees at Google. And stuff like fatalities at oil companies is always an interesting one. Exxon, 6 fatalities this year. Rosneft, the Russian one, has like 20. So yeah, hopefully that's a taster. Like we have another session after this where we say lots about the API, how to use it and stuff. So this is just a teaser for users. So yeah, hopefully you can see what we're going at. Like you can get lots of data, see correlation between them, make a cool app out of it. So starting, come to thing afterwards. It's kind of easy. You have to go through a VPN because the stuff isn't free usually, but it's for you guys this weekend. But yeah, come to the session afterwards and we'll explain more about it. And last but not least, believe it or not, we're hiring. We have all the jobs. If you're interested about that, come talk to us. Then we have prizes. So the best use of our API gets a Parrot mini drone each, which are really awesome. You can fly them through an app. We'll be flying them around and annoying you throughout the weekend. So look out for that. So yeah, in conclusion, come talk to us, use your API, and happy hacking.
Thanks for that. That sounds really cool. And as they said, they have all the jobs. thoughts. We're now going to have welcome Esri to the stage. Yeah, as they said, if you're interested in using the Bloomberg API, 2 p.m. all the API kind of long talks, like half-an-hour talks, about exactly how to use everything will be on the lecture theatres on the side. So watch out for that.
Hi, I'm James. I work at Esri UK. Don't have a slide deck, so I'm just going to put up this cool demo. So, who is Esri? What do we do? So, we're a GIS company. And hands up if you've heard of or know what GIS is. Like, a fair few of you. Okay, so GIS is Geographic Information System. So, it's software for analysing, visualising, managing geographic data. So we have about 7,000 employees worldwide. I'm really fortunate in that I am based in the Aylesbury office, cultural capital of England. And Aylesbury is just outside Oxford actually, so it's not too far from here. So we started in the 70s, so we've been around a fair while, but we're mostly sort of like B2B stuff. So we mostly work with kind of local government, education, military, retailers. So we're trying to become more sort of public facing, which is why we're doing cool stuff like this. So yeah, it started in the 70s. We had this desktop program called ArcGIS. Hands up if you've heard of ArcGIS. Cool, like some of you, cool. Then that progressed to something called ArcGIS Online, which is like a cloud platform that came out in 2008. And then sort of 3 or 4 years ago, we released a bunch of public-facing APIs and SDKs. So those run on a variety of different platforms. So all the ones we have there, so Android, iOS, Java, JavaScript, Mac OS X, .NET, Qt, which is like cross-platform software applications, Silverlight, WPF. So yeah, pretty comprehensive, and there's a reasonable amount of sort of parity across those. So if you can do something in one, good chance you can probably do it in another. So yeah, and developer accounts are free, so you can all sign up one of those if you like. So what can we actually do with the API? So the things you can see there is like visualization, geocoding. So geocoding is you give an address, we'll give you latitude, longitude, directions, range of content. So there's like demographic data that you can pull out for a REST API. Geotriggers, so geofencing. So if you have arbitrary, like imaginary fences, and you say you have your Android or iOS app, and you walk through, it will like go off and send a push notification to your phone for whatever reason. So there's this website here, which is developers.arcgis.com. If you go to that website, you can find all the kind of documentation and API reference and sample code. JavaScript 1, there's the API reference. There's everything you can do, sample code, pretty easy to get going. What else? Oh yeah, cool. So prizes. So what we have is developer sign-up raffle. So what I'm going to do is, if you go to developers.arcgis.com, you can sign up, and if you just take a screenshot of like a confirmation email or the finished sign-up process, and you send that to my email address, which is if you want to write it down, jmilner@esriuk.com, and if you put the subject as raffle, and you send that through, you'll be entered into, I'm just going to write some script as a random number and just pick one out from the, I've got a rule set up there, which just put it all in this raffle folder that I've got set up, and then do some, pick one randomly out of that. And then the prize is a Pebble watch. So yeah, sign up, doesn't cost you anything, you can win a Pebble watch. And then the grand prize program some, not actually on the graduate program, but I am a graduate. So that starts, probably you can apply sometime in the new year if you're interested in jobs in GIS, always looking for talented developers. And we also have a startup package, so if you guys are in a startup or you're thinking about starting a startup, we can give away our software for free, like 3 years, which is a pretty sweet deal. So if you're interested in that, like either send me an email, come find me, shoot me a message on Twitter, it doesn't matter, however you want to do it, and I can tell you more about that. Cool. Thanks.
All right, thanks for that, Esri. We're now going to have Mendeley come on stage.
Stai chilling, não sei como ceva de genul, da.
Hi, my name is Joyce. I work with Mendeley. I'm basically do developer outreach, so I basically come to stuff like this and get paid for it. So we have Mendeley. Basically, this is what we do. We want to change the way we do research because we want to open up science for everyone. So. Basically, what we're trying to do is we've built some tools that help academic research people manage and their papers, connect researchers through social networks and groups, and so we try and help researchers as well understand the impact that their science has in the world. So, if you want to change the way research is done, or help researchers, help us build a research platform that helps people in academia, then you can use our API. Essentially, this is basically our platform. It's quite big, so we have a massive catalogue. So if you think about it, we're like the Spotify for academic research papers. That's the way to look at it. We've got a lot of users. We've got a lot of social groups, and we have a lot of statistics on papers. So like where a paper's been read, how many times, by what people, and what disciplines. I'm not very good with static microphones. So basically, this is what it is. Essentially, what you have is you have our core objects on the left. It's a JSON API, so it's RESTful. So over here, you've got these core objects on the left. You have users' libraries, which is their own personal libraries of academic papers. And what we do then is the magic happens. We have this big task in the background that goes through all these user libraries and then produces all these statistics you see on the right. So you get the big catalogue, which is, so that's what that does. We have some clients. We've got some Android clients. We've got Apple client. We've got desktop client. We've partnered with some other people. So we've also got Kindle. So basically, this is the kind of thing you can do with it. So you can figure out where a paper's been read. and then you can put it on a map like this, and it helps researchers see how many times. And so why this is really important for researchers is because if they're looking to get funding, to go to college, to get a coveted position in university, or if they need to get, you know, for jobs and stuff like this, they need to be able to show and demonstrate that their paper has impacted the world. We have a self-serving developer portal. I've created a page called OxHack.html, and it's just got like a link links to everything that you need to know. It does use OAuth 2, which is a bit of a nightmare sometimes. So come and help and ask me for help if you need some help. But it's all documented there. Basically, the challenge we have is to have the best use of our API. So we want everyone to come and help us with science and help us build a shared platform for researchers. Right, the prices, I'm a little bit, there's a bunch of gaming headsets. I don't have pictures, I'm sorry. Zynander headsets, and then there's some Bluetooth speakers and stuff like that. And I have a ton load of swag, so please come and take it from me. Yeah, so that's it. Sorry about that. Thank you.
I can definitely attest, Mendeley said huge amounts of swag. It's kind of ridiculous. We're now going to invite Owen from Google to come up to talk through the Google API.
Hi, as James said, my name is Owen. I'm an associate product manager at Google. So I graduated from Keeble like 18 months ago and just started. So yeah. So before I get started, I'm going to keep this really brief, but I just want to say a really big thanks to James and the guys for organizing this. I think they've done an amazing job, and it's really great to see the Oxford entrepreneurs like doing a big event like this. I would have loved if this existed like 3 years ago when I was here. So it's great to be able to come back and support it now. I also want to say that Google's really excited to be supporting this event. We know how important it is to kind of get you guys together and have you support each other and like see what it's like to build new products. That's what we do at Google every day, so I think it's great that you're all getting to experience that. So in terms of the talk this afternoon, it's going to be a little less specific than some of the others. It's not like we have the Google API and you should all sign up to use the Google API. So I actually work on the Chrome team, so my talk's going to be more focused on the future of the web as a platform, specifically as a platform for applications. I'll be talking about the kind of roadmap for where the web is going in the next year in terms of websites working offline, being more deeply integrated with the operating system. So I'll show you how the web is changing on Android, which I think is really cool. And I'll also be talking about making the decision for native versus the web and kind of why it matters and how the platforms are interestingly different. So that's really it. And the prize, as you saw earlier, is going to be 4 Chromecasts. So those will basically go to the team that builds the best mobile website. And I'll be showing off the new things that you can take advantage of. So you'll be able to do that in your app. So that's it, basically. We also have all the jobs. So feel free to come and talk to me. You know Google, we do cool stuff. So that's it. Thank you.
Awesome, thanks for that, Owen. Owen used to be part of Oxford Entrepreneurs, so it's great to have him back. We also have Yo, and they're giving out t-shirts. So if you use their API in your hack, then you can get a free Yo t-shirt. Also, SendGrid with their Spheros prizes. Oh look, they've literally just walked in. Are you ready to do a quick like 2-3 minute intro to what you're about? 3. I'll do that as a yes then.
abonné.
Hello. Hi guys. My name is Eddie Zaneski, and I am a developer evangelist based out in New York City for SendGrid. Quick poll. Who here has heard of SendGrid before? That's awesome. Okay, cool. So if you don't know, SendGrid is a transactional email company based out in Boulder, Colorado in the States. And we send lots of email for lots of cool people. So like Uber, Pinterest, Spotify, RDO. But we're really a developer services company. So we have a ton of cool APIs that you can plug into your apps and the cool things that you make to send email with like one line of code. We also have some other cool things. Who knows what a webhook is? Webhooks? So webhooks are these awesome magical things that basically make a request to your server with cool data when an event happens. So you can receive an email into an application that you wrote without ever touching email. SendGrid will make an HTTP post request into your server, and you'll get all cool stuff that was in the email, like the attachment, the body, the tos, the froms, the subject. We also have a cool event hook where you get notifications when people open up your email or click a link in it. So there's a ton of fun stuff to play with. You can go to SendGrid.com/free. I'm Eddie at SendGrid.com. I'm Eddie Zane on Twitter. And we have Dev Cafe. Alex Rage is back here. He's going to help us out this weekend. So we have a real quick little thing. Alright, that looks cool. So who here knows what, do you guys have Etsy over here in the UK? No? Yes? So Etsy is this really cool website where people can make some tons of cool things and put them online. It's like an online marketplace. So there's tons of like handmade crafts. So what I did here is I pull a random item from Etsy, and do you know The Price is Right? Is that something over here too? Yeah. Okay, so if you're not familiar with The Price is Right, it's this awesome game show where you get a item and you have to guess the price closest to the item without going over. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to play The Price is Right using SendGrid's inbound parts webhook. So if you could take out your phone, laptop, computer, whatever you have, we have these awesome handmade crocheted vegetables up here. So if you would send an email to taco@cat.limo, which is an awesome domain name. So if you send an email to taco@cat.limo with the subject of the price of your guess, it is going to be less than $30, US dollars. So as people start doing this, we should see emails come in. Oh, there they are. So I'm going to shoot one off real quick. So these are being streamed into the server by SendGrid. All the emails are actually going to SendGrid's server, and SendGrid parses out the cool stuff into JSON and makes a post request to my server. So it's super easy to set up, tons of fun to play with. Sending an email is kind of boring, but receiving it is really cool. So the trick is, whoever actually wins this, I'm going to buy this for you off Etsy and ship it to you. The winner is Gleb Chechik. I'm sorry if I butchered that. So thank you. We'll be around the whole
Great, awesome, thanks for that. We're now going to introduce our partner, MLH, and they're going to be covering a few things, and I'll pass over this to them. Yeah, hi all, welcome Oxford. So we're from MLH. My name's Gregor. I'm that dude up there. You can ping me on Twitter. Feel free to spam me as much as you want. And I'm also here with Bill. Bill, come up on stage. Come on up. There he is.
36-hour hack last week, and he spammed 230 tweets. 300. Don't even go.
Yeah, the Twitter awards, so that's right.
Yeah, you should do that with Sangre, see what they can break. Right, how many of you have heard of Major League Hacking before? Wow, okay, who has not heard of Major League Hacking before? Awesome. So, we started out as a league in the US and basically supported local hackathon organizers to get as many students involved as possible in code. Now we're here in the UK, we're also in Mexico and Canada, and we're basically trying to get as many of you involved in these events as possible to give you a cool outreach in the world. We were started by John Gottfried and Swift. The two guys are both American. Swift also used to work with SendGrid. We now got another developer evangelist that we nicked from SendGrid, so you two are probably going to be next at some point. How does it work? Basically, cool. Yeah, your university gets 1 point for, so university gets 1 point for every hackathon that you attend, and normally we have a massive trophy, but that trophy's in Nottingham at the moment because we got 2 hacks at the same time. And the university that's got the most points at the end of the season will get to keep the trophy. There are a bunch of different hackathons, so the season is almost over. For those of you that still think you can make a splash and maybe make a shot at that trophy and send it to as many people as possible, there's still 1 hackathon left in Glasgow next week. Otherwise, I hope you are all here from your university, or you have some more people in Nottingham as well. I'm really not sure where that is. Okay. You can find the season up there. We're also launching the spring season very soon with some new dates. We're still recruiting universities. So if you're here this weekend, you've never been at a hackathon before, and you think you're here and you suddenly realize it's really cool, I really want a hackathon myself, get in touch with me, the current Bill, or myself, and we can make sure that this happens at your university next year. Okay. Who likes free travel? Good stuff. All right, come on. Gentlemen, who likes free travel? Travel reimbursements of up to £40. So if you come find either current Bill or myself, we can make sure that we take a picture of your receipt and then we get the money to you as quickly as possible. So you guys can attend more hackathons and don't have to scrap out of your food budget, maybe you have to live on beans on toast for the rest of the month. Cool. We also brought the hardware now. How many of you were planning on building something with hardware? I know a few people approaching me. Good stuff. We brought a range of different things. We brought some lead motions, which lets you control stuff with your hands. We brought Oculus Rift, which are like immersive VR goggles. We brought Pebble smartwatches. We brought SmartCross, which is like a Wi-Fi board for the Arduino. We also brought Myos, which is like a wristband that lets you control stuff with your arms. The hardware lab is going to be open throughout the day. Keep doing that in the audience. Okay. The tree trial is running forward, but at any other time, if you want any hardware, you realize you missed out on that slot, just come find us and we're going to hook you up with some, so we're not going to just turn you away. We also partnered up with GitHub as MLH. How many of you have heard of GitHub before? Everyone. Awesome. I love it. So I don't have to say much. GitHub gave us a student pack. So we partnered with a bunch of different companies that give us all kinds of stuff, including Namecheap. You guys should have all got the Namecheap card, which gives you $50 of free domain credit. And so you can sign up for that pack up there if you haven't done it yet. Cool. Bloomberg kind of sponsored the event. They also sponsored a mini event which we are running tonight at 9 p.m. We're going to keep it a surprise what the event is. We announced it shortly before. But make sure you guys get involved because there's some really cool prizes to be won. And Bill is actually the only person that knows. I don't even know myself, which is kind of sad. But we made sure that we took care of Black Friday yesterday. Okay, how many of you is that the first hackathon for? Woo, this is more than half. This is amazing. Okay, one of the things that we're really paying attention to is that we make it as welcoming as possible. So please all be good people. Just behave. Use common sense. Just be reasonable and just be really nice to everyone because you're going to meet some really cool people here. Encourage anyone and everyone to get involved. You should just see how many people of you, or how many people in this room are here for the first time. For those of you that have been here before, you know how it works. So just make sure to get everyone involved. And for those of you that are here for the first time, don't be afraid. If you get stuck somewhere with code, just talk to someone. It's inevitably going to happen. Everyone is here to help you, and everyone is here to make sure that you have a good time and that you really, really enjoy this event. And keep coming back to more hackathons and really get the creative juices flowing and build some really cool stuff. scared, just talk to anyone. If you do feel scared, then just come find us or ping us on Twitter. Also, yeah, be responsible, respectful, so just use some common sense. In that sense, I'll say thanks for listening to my rambling and happy hacking, everyone.
Big thank you to our sponsors and partners. Without further ado, let's get hacking, and welcome to OxHack.